DJI versus Ecoflow, which powerhouse wins? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. Are you in the market for portable power solutions and you're wondering which one is the best, the absolute best one that you can get? Well, today we have two fine examples that you might want to consider. The Ecoflow Delta brand has been reviewed on this channel in great length already, but the DJI has this exciting new Power 1000. And some of you might be wondering, does that Delta 2 still hold strong? Is it still my favorite? Or has the DJI Power 1000 kind of stepped up into the spotlight and knocked out the competition? Well, we're going to cover some of the reasons why you might consider one over the other, and we will make an ultimate decision by the end of this video to help you decide what might be right for you. But first, we need to ask ourselves a question. Are you the kind of person who has been out on the go and has been without power and thought, gee, if only I had some way to power this device, if only there was some way to add more convenience to whatever it is that you're trying to do. And it doesn't have to be just camping. It doesn't have to be just overlanding. It could be a family picnic at the park. And suddenly one of these two devices might have the ability to take that family outing from an 8 to a 10 or an 11 just by using your imagination. Yes, portable power is actually more available than you've ever imagined. These things are essentially giant battery banks. You charge them at home, and when you're ready to head out on the go, they can provide a lot of power for quite a long time, actually. And they're not just for recharging your cell phone. These things have full-on power inverters that provide true sine wave power to all of your appliances. Yes, both of these devices will actually power tools like saws, drills, even electric chainsaws can be powered off of these things. Out at the campground, out at the park, electric griddles, blenders, fridges, the list goes on because both of these provide the same power that comes from the wall outlet at your house. If you can power it off of a standard outlet at your house, you can power it with one of these things for a certain amount of time. How much time they run depends largely on how much draw that device has. Now, for generic purposes, both of these will recharge your cell phone around 50 to 60 times. It can run a car refrigerator for around 15 to 20 hours. They can both run a coffee machine for around 45 to 60 minutes, and you could run an electric fan for somewhere around 9 hours. For those DIYers that we were talking about who are running power tools in remote locations, we can run a power saw for roughly 30 to 40 minutes, a chainsaw for about 30 minutes, and if you wanted to, an electric jackhammer for around 1.5 hours. That is pretty much the power for both units. But the DJI has a special trick up its sleeve that we will reveal as we do the exact side-by-side comparisons, which might as well jump into right now. Now, the specs at a glance, for those of you who care about the specs, who are comparing the numbers, who are saying this spec is higher than that spec, so this one is better. Don't worry, we got you covered. Starting with power output, the DJI puts out 2,200 watts of continuous power versus the Delta 2 at 1,800 watts. Charging speed, the DJI Power 1000 generally charges faster than the Delta 2, and they include this handy little switch here, which adjusts your charging speed. So if you flip it over to here, it gives you 1,200 watts of charging speed. But you also have the ability to reduce that down. Now, some of you may be asking, why would I want to reduce the charging speed down? Well, the short answer is pretty simple. The plug in your house is not a dedicated plug. It's shared with multiple other plugs in your house. There's a chance the plug that you're charging the DJI Power 1000 from also runs a television, a computer, a fridge, even a toaster. Maybe you've plugged this in your kitchen and your toaster is also running on this and it pops the breaker. If you continuously pop the breaker, you have two choices. You can move to a different plug, which Might be easy, but it might not. If it's not easy, you flip this switch down. It will take longer to charge, but it'll keep from popping that breaker while you have your other loads going. And, because these things charge so fast, it's okay to slow it down a little bit in most cases, but easy, convenient switch there. Now, the Delta 2 does have the ability to adjust the charging speed using their built-in app, but it's not as simple. So you have to open the app and adjust it. Now, once you get that dialed in, you're probably not going to be flipping the switch all the time, but DJI thought that you might want to have that available nice and easy without having to open an app every single time. For those of you who are off grid, these both recharge using solar. The DJI can support up to 800 watts of solar input. The Delta 2 supports up to 440 watts of solar input. So obviously the DJI is going to charge much, much faster. Size for size, the form factors are pretty much the same in the sense that the overall cubic dimensions are going to be similar. The DJI obviously is a little bit shorter, a little bit longer. The Delta 2, a little bit taller, a little bit shorter. So when you're thinking about which one is best for you, the size might matter. And if you've got a small space that's kind of low profile, the DJI might be the one for you. If you've got a small space that's taller but not quite as deep, then obviously the Delta 2 might be for you. But we told you guys earlier there was a special trick that the DJI had up its sleeve, and that is through the proprietary SDC port. So on the front here, they have 2 of these SDC ports, and these unlock a whole world of possibilities that the Ecoflow doesn't tap into currently. Now, some of it is a little bit gimmicky, and that would be this guy right here, actually. So this is the DJI Power module, and this plugs into that SDC port. And what this does is adds Bluetooth capability to the DJI Power Station so that you can use an app to control the power output, turn things on and off, monitor your recharge rate, your discharge rate, and all of that stuff. Now, the Ecoflow does not have the SDC port, but that's not a big deal because they have Bluetooth built in. So they support an app right out of the gate. No need to buy an extra module. So, some of this might seem a pro, but it can be a bit of a con in that respect. And when I say con, I mean like con job kind of con, because really, why on earth do I need a separate dongle to connect an app? Like Bluetooth should be built into this thing, especially when you think about the other uses for this SDC port. For example, we talked about 800 watts of solar recharge capabilities. The only way that you actually recharge this with solar is by putting a solar adapter into the SDC port. So you can plug one adapter in that'll support up to 400 watts, and then you can plug up to 3 solar panels into that solar port. But if you need the 800 watts, you actually have to get 2 of those solar chargers. They do bolt onto the side, so it's kind of neat and out of the way, but now both of your SDC ports are consumed. Might not be a big deal, but the big ace that they have up their sleeve is DJI is a well-known camera company, a well-known drone company, and they've actually incorporated fast charging for their DJI drones using the SDC port on the Power 1000. So those of you who are aerial photographers or who are just looking for something to do on the weekend flying your drones around, all of a sudden when you add this guy, you can recharge those drones and have your airtime drastically increased using the fast charge capabilities from these SDC ports. However, only 2 ports means you have to pick what you're going to do. Are you going to fast charge your drone, or are you going to solar charge your DJI Power 1000? Plugging and unplugging can be a bit of a problem. And that's where if you've got one of the ports already consumed with your Bluetooth dongle, you really only have 1 port left. And then when you want to add the super fast car charger, or you want to add the add-on battery bank, suddenly you're fighting for those ports. Excellent idea by DJI, and it is great for that kind of tightening up that ecosystem. Once you're in the DJI ecosystem, you're gonna want to stay in it. But Ecoflow is not to be outdone. They have one of the best well-established ecosystems of any power station on the market. They include expansion batteries, they include a ton of peripherals. You can do the solar charging without special dongles. So the cost of admission on that Ecoflow is just the cost of admission, and then all the other peripherals can be mixed and matched and added. So they have a lot wider range of versatility for those of you who might already have solar panels kicking around. You can just plug it right in there. Whereas the DJI, they want you to buy their dongle first. Now that leads us to the part of the video where I actually get to tell you guys my opinion. So up until now, it's just been specs for specs, and this is that, and this is that. And I know I'm leaving a lot of specs out, and that's mostly because the ultimate decision, which one am I going to buy? Which one am I going to get? It depends on a number of factors. First of all, my suggestion for you is whichever one is cheaper is the one you're going to get. They frequently run sales. And if you're looking at MSRP of the DJI or MSRP of the Delta 2, I wouldn't buy either. I'd actually wait for a sale. I would look for like a discount code. I will put links in the description to both of these products with discount codes so that you can save a little bit of money. But because these are so similar and because the specs are so comparable, really, for me, it does come down to price. If you had to buy one or buy the other, whichever one is cheaper is the one that I'm going to get, with the exception of if you are already in the DJI ecosystem. If you already have DJI drones and you regularly go outside for your aerial photography, the DJI Power 1000 is an excellent buy to incorporate into the ecosystem that you are already a part of. I'm going to assume that you are not part of either ecosystem. You don't have one over the other. And in that case, the cheaper one wins for me. But if they're both the same price, Anton, don't cop out. I know you're telling me, like, pick one. If I had to pick one, and they're both the same price, my current choice is the DJI Power 1000. And the main reasons for that is the Power 1000 actually supports a higher inrush power current of up to 2,600 watts through one power port for 60 seconds. That is huge, especially for those of you who are running coffee machines, who are running power tools, who really need lots of oomph on demand. This guy is going to provide more power up front and more continuous power over the entire life of the battery versus the Delta 2. That doesn't mean the Delta 2 is bad. I've taken the Delta 2 on a number of camping trips. I've powered my RV with it, and it works fabulously. But while we're talking about RVs, I do like the form factor of the DJI better. Being a little bit slimmer, it fits into my storage compartment a little bit easier, and I don't mind the extra length because it just fits better, whereas this just barely fits in there, doesn't leave a lot of headroom. Plus, something that we didn't talk about, both of these support super fast car charging, but the DJI Power 1000 supports faster car charging than the Delta 2, and it's got a few more tricks up its sleeve. If you want to see more details about that, I have a separate video that reviews the Ecoflow Delta fast car charger and the DJI Power 1000 super fast charger. So you might want to check that out. It's a whole video dedicated to the comparison of those two devices, which makes your van life, camping on the go, just so much better when you're talking about this. And the final nail in the coffin for why I like the DJI Power 1000 over the Delta is the power on. Look at this. Okay, so let's shut them both off. We're going to turn on the Ecoflow Delta 2. Turns on with an underwhelming bing. Like, that is so annoying. Now listen to this. The DJI Power 1000 turning on. If you have a DJI drone already, you've heard that sound. It's inviting. Doodle. Doodaloo. Welcome to DJI. And yes, welcome to DJI. There are a ton more products planned for the DJI Power 1000 product line, and it just gets better. Yes, you have to buy add-on peripherals for it to work, but once you're in that ecosystem, it just makes so much more sense. That is our top pick out of these two. And as I already said, if you want to pick up any of these or any of the peripherals that we talked about, I will put links in the description to all of them where you can save a little bit of money and help this channel out at the same time. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. you'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.